Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC. If you're in the market for a new home, now is the time to buy at Timberline Homes of Jasper. The deals are huge. The down payments are low. A national lender is working with Timberline Homes of Jasper, and down payments on all single-wide homes are as low as $1,500. That's right, down payments as low as $1,500 on single-wides from Southern Homes, True Homes, Epic Homes, and more. See dealer for complete details. Now's the time to buy at Timberline Homes, Highway 78 in Jasper. Telephone 387-1002.
Hyundai, with America's best warranty and Honda voted most trusted automotive brand, can be found at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper. Take the short drive to big savings on two of the top-selling automotive brands, conveniently located side by side in Jasper. Find great selection, low pressure, low pricing, in a buying experience that can't be beat. Deal directly with the decision makers at Honda and Hyundai of Jasper, where you have the opportunity to compare two great brands side by side. Visit us at HondaofJasper.com or HyundaiofJasper.com and then make the short ride to big savings.
The sound of Walker County on 101.5 is WDXB HD3 Pelham, W286BM Jasper, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
It's 9 o'clock and we're going live. This is Live at 9 on WJLX with James Phillips, presented by Young Jewelers in historic downtown Jasper. Real talk, real stories, right now.
And welcome in. It's a Friday morning here on Live at 9 with James Phillips here on WJLX. Joining me today, we've got two guests from Birmingham Gastroenterology. I know I butchered that a little bit, but it's Dr. Billy Oelsner, and then actually a Jasper native, Julianna Hallman, is here. Julianna, thanks for coming in and bringing the doctor with you.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Now
It's gastroenterology.
Gastroenterology.
Yeah. But then you say it really quick.
Right,
and it just flows. People have thought that I've said like gastrourology or like gastro, I don't even know ology.
Right.
But gastroenterology.
I'm going to call it.
You were close.
I'm just going to say gastro.
Yeah, you can say gastro for
Birmingham Gastro.
Yep.
That's what you say
perfect.
all the time.
That's our Instagram handle and TikTok handle, so that's perfect.
Oh, there you go. That makes it even better. Now, Julianna is a Jasper native who works in the media department, or what would you say?
Yeah, I'm the marketing director and second title, physician liaison for Birmingham Gastroenterology, and have been for 2 years now. So grew up in Jasper, and I now just lead the marketing and do all the marketing for Birmingham Gastro for all these doctors.
Outstanding doctors.
I know, they're great. They're the best.
I've heard nothing but good things. And Billy, you just moved to Alabama recently, right?
Correct. So I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, but I did most of my training at University of Tennessee in Chattanooga. My wife's from
I'm glad
here.
you said in Chattanooga there, because if you'd have said just University of Tennessee,
you would have been out of here.
Everybody would have turned off the radio.
I know. You got to throw out like a Roll Tide or something too.
Roll
Okay?
Tide.
There you go. Yeah. Have you had to pick a team since you've gotten here?
No, it's Crimson Tide all the way.
There you go.
So my wife, it was
Yes.
necessary for me to marry into her family.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You got to kind of. It's like I have a friend who's he's Church of Christ and has always been Church of Christ. He will only date someone who's Church of Christ. Like that's how it has to be with Alabama and Auburn here too.
Yeah.
It's definitely football's a religion.
Yeah.
Her brothers and all her cousins went there, so they're a big Alabama family.
Okay, so you got to be then. Julianna, you had contacted us to let us know that Birmingham Gastro is coming to Jasper, expanding to Jasper. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, so Birmingham Gastro, our home office is in Homewood, Alabama. We're in the Regents building in Homewood, downtown Homewood, but we've got 12, well now 13 locations across central Alabama, so everywhere from now Jasper and like Coleman to Pell City, Sylacauga, and even Clanton. So we're all over central Alabama, and we've got 12 procedure locations as well. I guess 13 now. 13 procedure locations too across central Alabama, just making access to GI care easier for patients, so they're not always having to go to Birmingham for their health care.
Right.
So we've been pushing a lot of our staff, our clinical manager, Jessica, everybody I feel like is from Jasper. Like
absolutely,
probably 70%.
Is there a lot of Jasper people in
Oh, you have no idea. All the Dora,
yes.
We've got Dora, we've got Jasper, we've got Corner, we've got all over. Hayden I guess isn't in Walker County, but still,
it's like, still close by.
Yes, so many people come, which we love. We're so thankful for from Jasper to go to work for us. And so we're very thankful for that. But we have all of us Jasper girls have been pushing Jasper for forever. Ever since I got there, I was like, hey, we need to open up a clinic in Jasper. And we all know it would be successful because we see, we hear it, we see it. I grew up seeing how everybody was going to Jasper for healthcare purposes, like for specialists or whatever. Thankfully, Jasper's gotten a lot better. A lot of specialists come here now. We have specialists that live here.
Yeah, because I mean, when you and I were younger, it was if you're going to a specialist, you're going to Birmingham.
Right, right. And we just want to make it easier for people not to have to do that because we know, and especially like when you think about what we have to deal with, what Dr. Oelsner has to deal with is colonoscopies and upper endoscopies, and you're having to do colon prep for a colonoscopy, and that is not fun, but it's needed, and you don't want to have to just sit in the car on the way there, like for an hour to go there and then an hour to come back, and it just is not convenient. And then I know a lot of people don't love dealing with the Birmingham traffic of it all.
Right.
But having like him here to be able to do clinic, to see patients up here in clinic, and then also scope here, I think is going to be a world of difference for people of Walker County.
What's the location going to be?
So we're going to be in the Henderson and Walton Women's Clinic. We're like just doing 1 day a week there for now. And so we're excited about that. I don't think they're going to be there, so it'll just be Dr. Oelsner and our like a couple of staff there at first.
Right.
But I really think I already know his schedule is already booked out. Not booked out, but like we're filling up really quickly, which is great, and it's a great sign because I think that that's going to show like that we need to have more
more providers to come up.
Yeah.
And our goal is to make it really easy for patients to get access to the healthcare they need to prevent colon cancer.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we're happy to come up to serve this community because we feel really passionate and it's important to be adequately screened.
Yeah.
It can make a world of a difference for
Well,
a patient.
and just giving it, like having the option in their backyard, truly. And
Yeah.
especially, like, not even for Jasper. Like, obviously, we're Walker County, and then I know Walker County and Jasper are a hub for so many counties.
Marion County, Winston County, Fayette, all those, yeah.
Even North Tuscaloosa County. And I think that that's one thing I've been telling Billy about. I'm like, there are going to be so many people coming from those spots to you that would normally have to drive 2 hours to get to Birmingham. So it just makes it so much more convenient for everybody. And I know everyone wants to put off having to go to the doctor, especially men like y'all.
Yes.
Put off having to go to the doctor.
Yes,
but
as
y'all
much as possible.
Yeah, but there's things that you can't put off. And we're just wanting to make the access a lot better for them to be able to get their foot in the door and
Absolutely.
be with somebody like Dr. Oelsner who, he'll sit down and talk with them and figure out what's going on, get to know them, get to know their life, and be like a friend but in a clinic room and feel like you have somebody to talk to and take care
Who's
of
in
you.
your corner.
Yeah. And doctor, you were telling me that getting to Birmingham Gastroenterology, did I say it right that time?
Yep, you did.
Enterology?
Gastroenterology.
I left the R off. But getting to this point, you had started out on a different road as far as medical goes.
I did,
and you wanted to have a role more suited for getting to know your patients and talking to people and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. So I'm the first in my family to be in medicine. And so my dad does construction, my mom's an accountant. And so my only seeing role models was actually my pediatrician growing up. And I loved how he took time, explained things to my mom, explained things to me and my siblings, and I absolutely loved that. And so
my pediatrician growing up smoked in his office.
That's healthy.
That's how old I am.
that was a different time
Yeah, that
back
was a
then.
completely different era.
Wow.
But I completely remember walking into his office and he smoked a pipe all the time, and you could smell the pipe.
It's like Sherlock Holmes.
That's it. I mean, wow, what a role model.
Yeah, really. That's what. And he was a great pediatrician that I love. But yeah, he smoked the whole time.
Interesting.
Yeah, but initially I thought I wanted to do surgery, and I was a categorical general surgery resident, and it was just hard spending so much time away from my family. I have 3 kids, and I also wanted to spend more time with patients in a clinic setting outside of the hospital.
Right.
And so I transitioned to internal medicine, so I could still have the procedure component, but still be able to see patients both in the hospital setting, out in clinic, do minimally invasive procedures on them, and then kind of follow them for the long term and have those relationships over the long haul.
Yeah. Now, when will you guys start seeing patients here in Jasper?
April 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
April
So
22nd.
it's
But
coming up.
It's got to be a good sign that you're already starting to book up and
Yeah.
people are excited
It is,
to come
yeah.
to the doctor.
It, it makes me excited because I want to kind of serve this community, and I'm excited that people here are excited.
Yeah.
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 I think he'll be like the patients in this neck of the woods are going to love him because of who he is, and he's just so relatable, and I think that they're really going to like him. So
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
thanks, Julianna.
excited. You're welcome. Everybody book with Dr. Oelsner, bgapc.com.
And that's it. It's that easy just to,
like and
to
subscribe.
sign online now.
Like and subscribe. I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, yeah, and patients can book with us online, schedule online, just like request Dr. Oelsner or Jasper.
Right.
It's really simple, but if you need like a screening colonoscopy, if you're 45 years old, need to be screened for colon cancer, or if you're, have a family history of colon cancer and you need to be screened earlier, you do need to call us, but you can get all that information on our website.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now talk about colon cancer and screening a little bit, because I'm sure that's got to be
Absolutely.
one of the most important things you do, and you'll be able to do all procedures pretty much here
locally.
too.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So screening is really important. A lot of people, it's not just to diagnose, like, do you have colon cancer or not? It's actually a way to prevent it. And so everyone has genes that turn normal colon tissue into a polyp and then later turn those polyps into cancer. And so our role is to try to find all those polyps and break that cycle, remove them, send them to the lab. And with adequate screening, you can actually prevent colonoscopy. It's one of the only medical procedures that can prevent cancer.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm at that age group now. I'm 48 and had my first one a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't nearly as bad as what everybody said.
Yeah, it's not.
It's really easy now. We use the bowel preps have gotten a lot better. Everyone always gets nervous about taking a bowel
Right.
prep.
Mine was a actual pill that they gave me to take and drink a lot of water
Yeah,
with it.
so
Yeah.
it sounds like you get the SUTAB.
Yeah.
And so patients love that. You take several pills, you follow it with just normal water. It
Right.
mixes in your stomach. It's a lower volume than drinking those old 4-liter
Oh, there's no way I could drink those things.
containers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the preps are actually really good. And even those smaller volumes can have a great clean out. So you can have a really great exam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and colon cancer screening right now is super important because, like recent statistics, I think this came out in either January or February, colon cancer is the #1 cause of cancer-related deaths in people under 50.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's true. It's really quite alarming. We're seeing more and more early onset colon cancer. And so over the last 3 decades, we're seeing more young adults
Right.
diagnosed with colon cancer. And believe it or not, between like 1988 and 2015, that incidence rate, so the number of new cases, increased by about 63%. So it's not insignificant. Now, 1 out of every 10 people with colon cancer are younger than age 50. So our guidelines have actually adjusted to that.
Well, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. Is the age going down that you need to
Yes,
get
sir,
tested
it
first?
is. So it used to be 50 for everyone, and now it's 45. But if you have a family history in your family, it could be 40 or 10 years before your first degree relative who was diagnosed with cancer. So
Okay.
our guidelines make adjustments to try to capture those people, break that cycle, and prevent cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it could prevent cancer.
Yeah.
That's really cool to
Removing
to
those
understand.
precancerous
Removing those
polyps.
polyps. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was proud to say that I had 0 polyps.
Wow, look
So
at you.
That was good.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
When should I go back? Like I did it at 45, so
So if you did at 45 and you had no polyps, then you're good for the next 10 years.
Oh,
as
that's
long as
awesome.
your bowel prep was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are doing the take home. Test?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cologuard. There's a
Yeah.
lot of like
So-
blood and stool based tests that people can do at home, but I'll let Billy
So
speak to that.
that's like
Yeah.
a double-edged sword. The beauty of the colonoscopy is you diagnose it and you treat it at the same time. You don't have to come back typically for a second procedure,
Right.
unless there's a really large polyp. It's just we remove it at the same time. So patients don't really have to worry about that. With a Cologuard, it's looking for really 2 things. One, does it have genetics, like polyp genetics in your stool,
Right.
like little DNA fragments, or does it have blood? And so it really is only a good test for someone who doesn't have a family history, is considered lower risk for colon cancer, and is like at age 45.
Right.
And doesn't have a history of like hemorrhoids or GI bleeding.
Yeah.
Because then you can have a false positive. And the second thing is, if it is positive, then you'll have to have a colonoscopy anyway.
Right.
So it's, I think it's important for patients who are considering doing that, talking with their primary care about the benefits of doing a fecal testing versus going straight and doing the gold standard colonoscopy.
Right.
And I'll say this for like Cologuard, while it's great to just go on and get tested, like, yeah, I understand that's an easy, convenient way. It's got a 43% like polyp detection rate. I'm pretty positive, but also, I have a family member, no family history of colon cancer, like has done Cologuard, and you have to do it every 3 years, I believe. And so done it twice, was having some like symptoms. She like came in, saw us, one of our doctors scoped her, and she ended up having an advanced precancerous polyp that has absolutely been there for multiple years, and Cologuard missed twice, and she had to have surgery. So
Yeah.
I have personal experience. Like, I mean, I want you to get screened regardless, but the number one, the gold standard of colon cancer screening is always going to be a colonoscopy. And that's also a way to prevent cancer. So, like, why would you not do it?
Yeah.
And go on and get it over with, too. Like, I preached about this. We have a podcast called The Flush, and our first episode, we talked about colon cancer screening and awareness, and because March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and so we like really talked about it. But it's like, why would you not just go on and get it done? I know it sounds like it's terrible, but it's not.
It
a
does
lot of
sound
patients-
horrible,
Yeah.
but it is not.
It could
from my own
save your
personal
life,
experience.
truly.
Right.
Yeah. So I think a lot of patients, like the bowel prep's probably the hardest part. The day of the procedure is easy.
Right.
We're here to take care of you. Typically, patients will have clear liquids the day before. They'll take a small volume bowel prep that evening, the second dose in the morning. They'll come to the procedure location. They'll get an IV. They'll get dressed into a hospital gown.
You'll give them some whiskey or something to kind of take the edge off.
No, propofol.
We actually use propofol, so it
Right.
makes you're completely asleep for the procedure. You don't have inebriation when you wake up. You feel kind of clear-minded. You might be a little tired.
Right.
Best nap of your life.
Right. It is a good nap. I'll give you
Everyone
that
says
one.
that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they wake up feeling refreshed, even though the procedure is only about 20 minutes long.
Right. And
Yeah,
I had a really nice nurse in recovery when I had mine, and she was telling me, she said, "Don't be ashamed, just fart as much as possible."
Yeah.
Like that was her pro tip of
Yeah.
let as much gas out as you can.
So
You know,
we used to use like a normal air, so like room air,
Right.
for the colonoscopies, and patients would be passing gas throughout the day. So a lot of people, if they talk with their relatives who are a little bit older, back when they used that, they might describe feeling really bloated afterwards.
Right.
We now use carbon dioxide, so it dissipates easily. You don't have as much flatulence afterwards.
Right.
And most of all, that air is gone before you leave the facility.
Right.
So people feel actually pretty good. They feel well rested. They feel like they're taking good care of their health with cancer screenings, and a lot of people say that it was a lot better than what they were expecting.
Oh yeah, it was much better than I expected. And the thing about having a great nap, it was like I went in for a colonoscopy and I got a great nap out of it.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
Well, and I always
Win-win.
say, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that when you're like in one of our surgery centers, that you're like, that's where you're getting your scope, your colonoscopy, or an EGD, you're in and out within less than 2 hours. And it's really easy. Like,
Right.
I mean, it is a seamless procedure, like really fast, easy to get in and out of. And it's just, it sounds terrible having to do the bowel prep. Like,
Yeah.
that would be the worst part, but it's not that bad. Like, it truly isn't.
Yeah.
One of our, like, Dr. Shaver and I were talking on our podcast yesterday about when he did his, he was like, I just ate pineapple Jello. 'Cause you
Right.
can eat Jello
You can
the
eat
day
Jell-O.
before. You
Yeah.
can eat things that
Yeah.
don't have like dye, like a lot of like red or blue
Yeah.
or purple or whatever dyes in them.
yeah, because I could even have like Sprite up until certain,
Yeah.
pretty
You
close
can,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clear
And so-
liquids only.
Clear liquids. So it's anything you can see light through. So like water, soda, cranberry juice, apple juice, and then Jello.
Yeah.
Jell-O.
Bone
Yeah.
broth,
Bone broth,
chicken broth.
yeah.
And so
Oh, I'd much rather have Jell-O than broth.
I know.
Actually, pineapple Jello actually sounds pretty good.
He said it cut. He took it with like his prep or something, and he's like it cut like the bad taste of the prep that he did.
yeah.
Like one of the preps was like it's super doesn't taste good.
Is it like the mango one?
No, it's another one that we don't really use that often. I can't remember what he said it was, but he was like it did not taste good, and he was like that like the pineapple
So he was
Jello is
cutting
where
the
it's
Jello
at.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But
Now, are there any other fears or misconceptions that we haven't mentioned as far as colonoscopies go?
I think that's kind of it.
I wouldn't say
Most people-
fears, not ignoring symptoms.
I think
yeah.
not ignoring symptoms is really important.
Yeah.
And it's kind of coming back to the rise in early onset colon cancer. So patients who are having any like new GI bleeding, worsening constipation, especially weight loss,
Yeah.
or even people who are having changes of bowel movements and feel like something is just not right.
Just something's off.
Yeah.
Something's off. Those are all signs that your body is trying to tell you something is going on. We're happy to see you in clinic, figure out what's going on, and if warranted, we can take a look.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really important is for people not to push it aside, trust their body. This is a sign that something's going on. Let's get it checked out.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing where you mentioned with guys, we don't want to go to the doctor and we think, oh, it'll just get better.
Yeah. Two of my guy friends that are both in their 30s, one had a scope on Monday, the other one's having another scope on Monday. And it's because they've had something going on with like that is not normal. And they have put it off for months and they've just been going on with this issue for months. And I'm like, that is not normal. We're getting you in a
We're getting you an appointment. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have colon cancer or something else could be going on, but like it is so important to not ignore that and push it off because that's why we see people like our age, like in their 30s, getting like colon cancer diagnosis is because they're putting things off and like it when you shouldn't have to put it off and say like, oh, that's normal to me now. Like that is not normal. Like blood in your stool, not normal. Like constipation for an extended
All the
period of
time,
time, all the time, not normal.
Right.
And sometimes it's a lot easier to like treat an issue quickly or early versus letting it go for a while.
Right. Because it's only going to get worse
Yeah.
with the time that goes.
Yeah.
Now, with so many younger people getting diagnosed with colon cancer now, what is the reasoning behind that? Is it? My first idea would be it's the food we eat.
So I'm also like in your camp.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree. I think there is an influence more with environmental exposure, such as the food we're eating, the processed foods we're eating.
Right.
It used to be thought that early onset colon cancer was genetic, but because we're seeing such a big increase in the incidence within such a short time frame, essentially 30 years, we now think it's more going to be environmental. So eating processed meat, sugary beverages. We're seeing an increase in metabolic diseases, so obesity, diabetes, which are known risk factors.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons why we're looking into what's going on, what's causing this, and what can we do from a public health standpoint to prevent it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to remind everybody we're talking to Dr. Billy Oelsner and Julianna Hallman of Birmingham
Gastro.
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 That's what we'll say.
Yeah.
To make sure I get it right. We're going to take a break right now to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about Birmingham Gastro and just talk about some of the different issues that you see, as well as what makes Birmingham Gastro different and the reasons why people should come see you guys. So we'll take a break real quick, and we'll be right back on Live at 9 with James Phillips on WJLX.
Young Jewelers. That name has been a part of Jasper for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, for 3 generations and over 70 years, Young Jewelers has been located in downtown Jasper, striving to earn your loyalty with quality and customer service. Young Jewelers has set the standard in diamonds, jewelry, and gifts. You can afford to have a diamond from Young Jewelers. Our friendly staff can assure you of that. And you're always greeted with a smile and a genuine concern for your needs. Whether it's custom design work or diamonds from one of the name brand vendors, a consultation at Young Jewelers will have you feeling confident you've made the right choice. Young Jewelers, located across from City Hall on 19th Street and online at youngjewelers.com.
Start your story at Bevel State Community College. Whether you need seamless academic transfer classes, high-wage, high-demand career technical or health science programs, rapid training opportunities that get you into the workforce quickly, dual enrollment or adult education courses, Bevel State is your community college for a quality education. Visit bscc.edu to learn about our convenient and affordable options to make your future visible. Your story starts at Bevel State.
Carl Cannon, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Corridor X, and Jasper. We're more than just a new car dealer. We're a certified pre-owned dealer, too. As a used car dealer in Jasper, we have access to a wide variety of used cars from across the area. As a new Buick, Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC dealer, we have the latest models that GM provides from 4 amazing brands. Let us show you around our dealership. With so many options, we're sure you'll find what you're looking for. Browse our inventory online at carlcannon.com. When other dealers can't, Cannon can. Carl Cannon, Corridor X at Industrial Boulevard in Jasper.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Martin Roberts, owner of Jasper Veterinary Clinic. 3 years ago when I set out to open my own clinic, Pinnacle was my bank of choice to help that dream become a reality. Recently when we needed to expand and had the opportunity to acquire property adjoining to ours, I made one call to Wayne and he set those wheels in motion. If you have banking needs, give Pinnacle a call.
Hello everyone, I'm Drake McKenzie from All South Land and Timber. We have been banking with Pinnacle Bank for over 25 years. The customer service at Pinnacle Bank is first class. We highly recommend banking with Pinnacle Bank for all of your financial needs.
I'm Robin Reed Allen, Chairman of the Board of Pinnacle Bank. Come see our team and make Pinnacle Bank your bank too.
Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
If you're craving great food in a place that feels just right, it's time to head to Jake's on 4th in downtown Jasper. From stacked made-to-order burgers to hearty favorites fresh off the grill, every dish at Jake's is cooked with care and full of flavor. It's comfortable, relaxed, and always welcoming. Whether you're meeting friends, enjoying a casual dinner, or just want a laid-back spot with great atmosphere, Jake's on 4th delivers every time. Located at 1810 4th Avenue South of downtown Jasper, Jake's is open Wednesday through Saturday with lunch from 11 to 3:30 and dinner 5 to close. Jake's has great food, an easygoing vibe, and it's a place you'll want to come back to. Jake's on 4th, fine dining done the Walker County way.
Hey, this is Nick Norris from The Game Managers. Every Friday afternoon at 6 on WJLX, Patrick Hanna and I break down the news of the week in sports. From local high school games to the biggest moments in college and the pros. No hot takes for clicks, just sports news, real analysis, and the conversations you actually want to hear. If you like sports as much as us, then make The Game Managers part of your Friday nights. We'll see you there.
The sound of Walker County on 101.5 is WDXB HD3 Pelham, W286BM Jasper, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
You're listening to Live at 9 with James Phillips, presented by Young Jewelers on WJLX.
And we're back here on Live at 9 with James Phillips on WJLX. Guest this morning, we have Dr. Billy Oelsner. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, I thought so. Billy Oelsner and Julianna Hallman of Birmingham Gastro is here. And one thing I need to point out, I love it when people bring free gifts. And this, let's see if I can find yeah, they can see it there. It's the to-do list, but you can see the little emoji there before it. So that's what you've got to do.
Everybody's got crap to do.
Right, exactly.
And I made those because I'm like, we got to lean into what we deal with on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, you have to have a sense of humor.
Thankfully, I don't have to deal with it,
Keeps
but
it
these
fun.
guys have to deal with it.
Right, yeah. You have to have a sense of humor about it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Especially for GI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a sensitive topic, and people don't like talking about it. Like,
Right.
it's always sensitive. They get it. All of us get it.
Yeah.
But it opens the door for people to be like, okay, let me talk about this. Like bringing light to a
well,
sensitive
and that's the
subject.
thing, even because it is such
bringing
a
humor to it.
Yeah.
It
Right.
makes people feel comfortable that they can open up about their GI issues.
Yeah. One of my favorite episodes of King of the Hill involved a colonoscopy. Have y'all ever seen that one?
I'm not.
Hank Hill's having to have a colonoscopy, and for some reason he brought his son with him, but his son walks in and sees what's going on and gets to watch it on the video and everything.
Oh, no.
It was a really funny episode.
That's funny. I sat in some colonoscopies and upper endoscopies on my third day at Birmingham Gastro because I was like, if I'm going to market this, like I need to know what we're doing here.
Yeah. And
it was interesting. It was very interesting. But I was scared, but I was also like, this is like a normal day. Like they're in and out, like it's quick.
Right.
But
Yeah, it's very professional.
Yeah.
It's a safe environment for patients.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how many when you're doing procedures, how many procedures do you do in a day?
It depends on the location. So if you're in the hospital, sometimes you're taking care of GI bleeds, you're doing biopsies. So it fluctuates, but typically a procedure is going to take about 20-30 minutes for a colonoscopy. An upper endoscopy can take about 7 to 10 minutes. So and then during the day of the procedure, the patient comes in, they get IVs, they meet the anesthesiology, the CRNA, they get dressed. We go over the rest of the procedure. They have the procedure. So even though the procedure is brief, you're there for about an hour or so.
Right. I was going to say probably an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on every situation is different.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have 16 physicians across Alabama or across central Alabama. A lot of them have clinic in our Homewood clinic, and then they go to our satellite clinics that I was telling you guys about.
Right.
And then they do their scopes at surgery centers in Birmingham or at the hospital. Like we covered UAB St. Vincent's. We're the
Right.
GI coverage for them. So if you are having to go to St. Vincent's for any reason and you have a GI issue there, you will see Dr. Oelsner.
Yep.
Or you will see Dr. Imam. Or any of our like APP, so our advanced practice providers or physician assistants or nurse practitioners in the hospital.
Right.
We've got 3 in the hospital at St. Vincent's. But we've got 16 providers across Alabama. I'm sure a lot of the listeners and a lot of people in Walker County are familiar with our folks because that's where we are one of the biggest GI groups. We are the biggest GI group in Central Alabama.
Right.
And we have access everywhere. So we've got 16 providers or 16 physicians. We've got 17 advanced practice providers that see patients in clinic, or the 3 that we have in the hospital, and we have 9 CRNAs that work out of our surgery centers.
And with doing the procedures in Jasper, will you be doing those in the actual office, or
No,
is
it'll be
at the surgery center?
The surgery
Surgery
center.
center.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a great facility. I'd never been in there until about a year ago. I had cataract surgery.
Yes, sir.
And that is an incredible facility. They do a great job in there.
Yeah, it'll be great. We're excited, and the surgery center makes it easier, like on the
It has
patient.
good flow.
Yeah.
You're with a group of people who do the same thing over
Right.
and
They
over.
take
Yeah.
care of it all
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Now, there are certain people that need to be scoped in the hospital, just from a safety standpoint, like if you've got heart problems or
Yeah.
any kind of pre-existing conditions that we would rather scope you in the hospital.
You're saying you put me in the hospital.
You would absolutely be scoped in the hospital. Yes. But we would scope some people in the hospital, but
Right.
most everybody we would try to scope out of the surgery center here. Yeah.
Right. Oh, cool. Now, tell me some other. We talked a lot about colon cancer screening and that sort of thing. What are some other relatable GI issues that you guys handle that people should know when to come in, I guess?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So heartburn's a real thing. A lot of people have heartburn throughout their lifetime. It comes and goes. Often weight is associated with onset of heartburn. But sometimes heartburn can increase your risk of esophageal cancer. And so if a patient's having a hard time swallowing, food just isn't going down right, they're having weight loss or even upper stomach discomfort with heartburn, those are all reasons to come and be seen.
Yeah.
Sometimes with long-standing heartburn, people can develop we call Barrett's esophagus, or precancerous cells in the lower esophagus that look like stomach tissue but
Right.
aren't in the right location. And often that requires surveillance. So we kind of monitor it periodically, make sure patients are on the right medications to lower acid in their stomach, and just kind of do surveillance to prevent cancer. So heartburn's another big topic where a lot of people have it. I've had heartburn before. I'm sure both of y'all have had heartburn before. But if it's persistent heartburn, ongoing, you're older than age 50 and you're having stomach discomfort, those are all signs to be seen, as well as if you have a family history of esophageal cancer.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But our doctors, our team treats everything from what I say from the esophagus down.
Right.
Anything from
Yeah.
like trouble swallowing to, stomach issues. If you've got IBD, like so Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis or liver disease.
Anything going on with the liver, we
or
handle that as well.
pancreas, yeah. And then obviously you're in, colon and anything in your GI tract. So like we handle everything.
It's a big territory.
Yes,
it is a big territory.
It is.
But liver disease is a huge one that we handle. I say our doctors.
They're not letting you handle any of that.
Listen, we joke, and when I say we, I mean me. One of our doctors does. He'll introduce me as this is our MD, Julianna.
Marketing director.
But MD, I always joke. I'm like, it's Julianna Hallman, MD asterisk, and the asterisk stands for marketing director.
Right, marketing director.
But nobody has to, ask questions.
Yeah,
If it's MD.
they don't have to know that.
They don't have to know.
Do you have a white coat that you can throw on?
You better believe
I knew it.
I do.
Yeah. Walking around in the practice all the time, right?
In scrubs and a white coat. People are like, oh, are you down? Like, no, you don't want me to be any kind of doctor, thank you.
You're not the doctor, but you can tell us good things about Birmingham Gastro.
Yeah, so great things, and make sure that you get screened and checked and stop putting off your appointments. But I think here too, there will be a lot of liver issues here, but pancreas stuff he handles, not me again. But trouble swallowing. And one thing I want you to talk about is symptoms you should not ignore. We already talked about blood and stool, colon cancer stuff, blood and stool, constipation, change in bowel habits. But other ones, and I want to bring these up because it's Esophageal Cancer Awareness Month. It's April.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's not super well known about esophageal cancer, but I know, we lost somebody that grew up with me in Jasper to esophageal cancer when he was 28 years old, Sawyer Mullen. So I know that kind of hits home with a lot of Walker County people.
Yeah.
But I think that it's important to know the symptoms of esophageal cancer, and not everybody has it. We don't want to freak people out and make me being a hypochondriac for sure.
Right.
Oh no, the acid reflux. Is that esophageal cancer?
I know. I think that's just a natural. I did the same thing. But I think it's just a natural, if you hear about something and then you start seeing more and more of it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And then you think,
I'm great.
I got to at least get checked for this.
Yeah, I know. I fell the other day and I'm like, oh no, I need to get my blood tested. But I wanted you to talk about some symptoms you shouldn't ignore for just things that we treat in general.
It seems like esophageal issues are more common now than they used to be as well. My mother, she has an issue where hers will tighten up and she has to go get it stretched out every so often.
Yeah, that sounds like EOE. So we're seeing more of, the name sounds crazy. It's eosinophilic esophagitis, and we call it EOE.
I think that was in Mary Poppins.
It was.
That word
was in our bag.
Yeah. And it's treated with a spoonful of sugar.
Right.
With budesonide.
Right.
So, but essentially, it's kind of like seasonal allergies, but in the esophagus. So if you ever had pollen allergies and you know that it's just harder to breathe through your nose, it's more congested.
Yeah.
And that swelling, congestion, it can happen in the esophagus. And typically it's thought to be secondary to allergies, either seasonal or components within the foods you're eating, that brings in the immune system into the esophagus, causes swelling, makes swallowing difficult.
Yeah.
Over time, it can cause some scarring and narrowing that can require dilation.
Right.
But we actually have some great medications for it. And budesonide, if anyone has ever had an inhaler or had done a duoneb in the hospital, it's a steroid that you can swallow as a liquid. It doesn't cause a lot of the other systemic side effects of steroids,
right,
like prednisone, because it gets digested easily. So you don't have the sleeplessness, the weight gain, the osteoporosis with it. And it helps reduce the inflammation, improve your swallowing, prevent the scarring buildup.
Yeah.
And then recently, certain medications like Dupixent, which you can take as a sub-Q injection, similar to Wegovy or semaglutide, also is amazing for EOE. It helps reduce that inflammation.
Yeah.
And so oftentimes if people are having a hard time swallowing, it might be from EOE, similar to seasonal allergies. It might not be from esophageal cancer, but we're not going to know until we take a look.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the real take home is trust your body,
mm-hmm.
don't ignore your symptoms, and we're happy to see you.
Trouble swallowing is not normal.
Right.
It doesn't,
if you're having any trouble swallowing, that's not a normal thing.
Yeah. I always go to see a gastroenterologist about that if you are having trouble. It doesn't mean you have esophageal cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
But you need to rule stuff out, and you've got to, like he said, know your body, trust your body. Don't make that a normal thing for you, because that is not normal. Like if you're choking on food, if you can't get chicken down, if you can't get a piece of steak down, like you used to, like a champ, like that is not. You need to go see somebody about that.
Yeah.
Because it could be a number of things, like we were just talking about, EOE or anything. But there's ways that we can help.
Yeah, and it could be something really simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not anything like
yes.
a big C word or anything.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
We don't want to scare people about that,
Right.
but it is something that needs to be seen, because you shouldn't live like that. Like thinking, oh, well, I've just been struggling with this for a while. It just becomes normal to you. You kind of forget about it. That's not normal. Like we can help you.
Is there any other symptoms that people usually put off for a long time?
So one is unintentional weight loss, and so that
some people are happy about that.
I know.
Some
I
people
wish.
are initially happy with it, and then as it keeps on building, it does require workup. So that's a real take home is if you're losing weight, you don't really know what's going on, come and be seen. Yeah, talk with your PCP, talk with us, and we're happy to see you.
Yeah.
Would you talk about some of the things that might, like the diseases, or disease is such a scary word, but that's kind of what it is, illnesses that don't have symptoms, like liver stuff potentially?
Yeah, so fatty liver disease is a big thing in the U.S. now. It's projected to kind of overtake alcohol as the leading cause of chronic liver disease and cirrhosis, just because so many people have it.
Yeah.
Now, just because someone has fatty liver disease, only a very small subset ever progress to cirrhosis.
Right.
We're also in this like new age where we have a lot of good medications to treat it, like Wegovy, Manjaro, and we've had several patients who've had great outcomes. There's medications that can help reduce scarring within the liver in the setting of fatty liver disease, and it's something where if you're at risk, like you have diabetes, obesity, like we're happy to see you. Testing is easy. It's not invasive. It's a special ultrasound called an elastography. So similar to the ultrasound that they look to see your developing baby in your womb, we do the same ultrasound technology, just looking at the liver, see if there's any fatty liver disease deposits.
And we have that in our office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not here, but in Birmingham we will.
Yep. And then it has a vibration component, and that kind of gives us an estimate on whether or not there's any scarring in the liver.
Right.
And if there is scarring, then it's something we have to monitor. We have to figure out what your risk factors are, make sure there's no autoimmune conditions attributing to it, and then get you on the right path so that we can make this better and less likely to progress.
Right. Yeah. Now, we've only got a few minutes left. Tell me what, let's see, what makes Birmingham Gastro different? Why should people come to you guys?
You want me to answer, or you want me to?
You can both answer.
I'll answer it.
We'll both answer
This
it,
is me speaking as a patient, like, because I was not in healthcare before I started working for Birmingham Gastro. You know this.
Yeah.
I worked for Jack's. I was doing marketing for Milo's, and then for Jack's, and then got into retail marketing and was doing retail marketing for Wrangler and Lee Jeans. And then this opened up, and it was kind of an answered prayer. I stepped into it, and haven't looked back since. But I've been a patient because I've got thyroid problems. These guys love hearing about my thyroid problems, by the way. But
my wife has thyroid problems
it's a
too.
fun time. I feel like everybody in their mom
She's on
has one.
levothyroxine, is that right?
That's basically
That's
the
really
Synthroid.
common.
And if she doesn't take it, I think she's a crazy person.
Well, she probably feels like garbage too. But
She does, yeah.
I'd tell, I'm basically the endocrinologist at BGA.
Right.
But being a patient, an actual patient, like having to go through healthcare and understand, not everything, you don't get answers a lot.
Right.
Our physicians are fantastic. Our team, our APPs are fantastic. Our nurse practitioners, our physician assistants, they care deeply about our patients. We are a physician-led practice. They own our practice, and they want what's best for our patients. And seeing the care that they put into our patients, literally every day, and what they do every day, they're constantly trying to make themselves better. Right. And learn more and try to figure out ways to treat patients to make them live better, happier lives and to move forward. We just made our new little tagline, and it's GI care that moves you forward. We don't want people to have to live in the same
Status quo.
Right.
Like what they think is normal is not normal. Like we want them to get back to living their like the best life that they can and move them forward past whatever they have going on from a health standpoint. And
Right.
our physicians want that to happen, and they care deeply about their patients. That's what I love, and I think that that's what absolutely sets us apart.
Yeah. Now, as a physician with the group, what do you feel?
I think all of us are, like all the physicians are very easy to talk to, very approachable, which is important for patients to open up about sensitive issues. And I think we're all like dedicated. I think we truly care about the patients and want everyone to have the best possible healthcare outcomes.
Yeah.
And so I think that having that personality kind of brings a lot to the table.
And you can see their personalities. I hate to do this shameless plug, but we're going to do it on our like TikTok, on our Instagram, on our Facebook. They have been, I've like forced them into situations they absolutely don't want to be in with the internet and videos. Like we went viral for one. The New York Post picked it up, and it was a really great informative video that they picked up. It's got over like 4 million views on TikTok now. But they have been stellar for letting me like go in, video them, and force them to do things that they
get them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, literally, like I'll
Absolutely,
get them out of their comfort zone, and it shows their personality,
Right.
And shows that they are personal, that you can talk to them, and I think that that is also kind of what sets them apart. Is like just being able to see that, and them being willing to be like, okay, Julianna, I will plunge. Yours was plunging the toilet, like got a video of him. Thank you, Billy. But it's a great.
But the thing is, like, I know me personally, I want to know that my doctors are humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point too. Like that's why I do that, because people, I go to like, instead of going to Google now, like to look up symptoms or whatever, and maybe it's because I'm a millennial or whatever, or that has to be on TikTok for work.
Right.
I go to TikTok now and I like type in if I'm having like symptoms, or like if I have something that I need to know how to do.
Yeah.
And people have done that, and we've got a ton of patients coming like from that,
Just
from
coming
social.
from TikTok,
Yeah, I got in the elevator like months ago, and I had a ring light on my arm because I was taking somebody's, like probably forcing somebody to do a video they didn't want to do.
Right.
And one of the girls was like, "Are you the girl that does the TikToks?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You're the reason why I'm here." And I was like, "I love that," because they found us on TikTok. But it gives them a personality and shows that you can talk to them about that sensitive issue that you absolutely don't want to talk to them about.
Like having all these issues on TikTok, it makes it approachable.
Yes. Right.
So people see that other people across the world are having similar issues, and it kind of empowers patients to say, you know what, let me address this. Let me like pick up the phone and be seen.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for coming in today and reaching out to us. I do appreciate you guys coming in. I hope it wasn't too scary.
No, this is
You're
great. You were so
I'm
welcoming
great.
and really, really nice. You're a great host.
Now you'll be on live TV. Can't wait. Fox 6, here we come.
Oh yeah, that's the next
Maybe
one.
not. That's a big step up.
He always tells me no to those, but said yes to this. James, look how great.
Hey,
this
now
was.
I feel pretty special now.
I know. I'm really proud of him.
You must have told him, hey, this guy's okay, I promise.
I know.
and you guys are going to be traveling around Jasper today, meeting
Yes,
some
sir,
of the
we are.
physicians.
Yep.
And,
You come ask for Dr. Oelsner's autograph if you see us.
Right, if you see him out. And y'all are trying to find a good place to eat, too. So.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll give you a couple recommendations.
Please do.
Guys, thanks for listening today, and thanks for listening to this entire week. We've had a great week on Live at 9. We'll be back on Monday, and until then, be kind and love, and we'll see you next week on Live at 9 with James Phillips here on WJLX.